So it's a sister out here by the name of Hunni365. She's, relaying something that most men have talked about. Well, she's giving women a reality check who have children, single mothers, that it is not easy to be dating out there, especially when you have children. Let's go ahead and check that
I'm
out.
not saying that women with kids don't we don't have the same opportunity as women without kids, and we never gonna find a man and da da da. That's not what I'm saying. What I'm saying it is a lot harder to date with kids. I don't know why these women are out here putting this narrative out here like that's not the reality of the situation. I'm gonna, to the day that I leave this earth, preach it to these young women all day long. It is a lot harder to date when you have kids. That's just the reality of the situation. Because a lot of men don't want to come in having to take care of another man's responsibility. And although you may be able to financially provide for your kids, you don't need him to pay for anything. At some point, he's going to have to pay for something. Because how does that work?
Well, just coming from the man's side, it is not easy for women to date when they have children because as a man, you're going into a situation that you don't know what you're about to get into. It's a lot of variables come to that when you're dating a single mother. One, how are those kids just in general? How are they raised? Are they raised to be respectful to adults, or are they hair raiser? Two, how is she with her children? Does she let them just get away with any old thing, or is she going to discipline them if they need to be disciplined? Number three, would she allow you to discipline her children if they get out of line, or she has the attitude, that's my kids, don't you say nothing to my kids, that sort of thing, right? Number four, do they have a crazy father that's going to cause drama and all kind of other things to be with this woman, right? Then the fifth thing, if this man still wants children, do she want any more children, right? Because she could say, well, I already got 2 kids, I already got 3 kids. That has nothing to do with you. She had those kids prior to you. So do she still want some kids? Versus, let's say, a woman who don't have kids, you have none of those things I just mentioned that you got to deal with. So yes, just even those 5 things I just mentioned do make it harder for single mothers in the area of dating. Now, that's why I've always said I think single mothers should date single fathers because they have more in common. Way more than a single mother dating a man that has no children. They really don't have a whole lot in common. Now, some men will date a woman with children. Depends on what they think about her personally and all of that. Let's say she got 1 child, right? He could come in with that situation if the situation is right. If the dad either not in the picture at all for whatever the reason, or if he is in the picture, he just co-parent. That's all he do. He don't cause trouble. He don't cause problems. If the child's a good kid, if, she makes sure the kid is respectful, and if he can discipline the child, if that child get out of line, that sort of thing, then maybe it'll work. But I just think, I've always said that, I think single mothers need to get with single fathers because you just have more in common. You have more conversation. You have more understanding. Because when a woman can't go out, that says she don't have a babysitter right now, then a single guy he ain't got that to worry about. That's why he should be getting with women that don't have kids. There was no such thing as a babysitter conversation, right? So no, it's not easy. It's not easy at all. Sometimes the single mom is tired because she's working all day and she still got to come home. It's a lot that go to it being a single mom. I know. Trust me, I know exactly what they deal with. So yeah, dating sometimes even be on the last thing on their mind with some of them because they just don't even have the time, some of them, right? But her telling the young women that, yeah, that's a wise thing to tell them because you can't just get back out there like that. Sure, a guy will sleep with you. Of course he will. But she's talking about a serious relationship. She's talking about a relationship that can possibly turn into a marriage.